Nowadays, it is necessary to have a fast, accurate and practical method of measuring the cement content of fresh concrete. Such a method is provided by the Rapid Analysis Machine, RAM for short. It performs rather like an automatic washing machine, and it extracts the cement from the fresh concrete. The RAM test requires a sample taken from the concrete mix for duplicate testing. Each of the test samples should weigh about 8 kilograms, and its weight should be accurately determined and noted. All of the test sample is loaded into the machine. The concrete is now in a vertical column known as the elutriation column. Here, water is pumped through at a carefully controlled rate to carry upwards the cement particles, leaving the heavier aggregate particles behind. The water carrying the cement with it cascades over the top of the column, where 3 channels take off a 10% sample. As the sample is taken, the rest of the slurry goes to waste. The 10% sample passes on to a 150 micron vibrating sieve, where any sand particles that have been carried over are retained. Meanwhile, the water cascading over the top of the column is becoming clearer. The pump is timed to stop when all the cement will have been washed from the concrete, but the sampling channels, the collecting head and the sieve are given a final brief flushing by the pump. At this stage, it is convenient to open the dump valve on the left and recover the aggregates that were in the original sample from the elutriation column. Meanwhile, chemicals are being added to the slurry in the conditioning vessel on the right. The purpose of these chemicals is to cause the cement particles to cling together, to form bigger particles, which quickly settle into the bottom section, which is called the constant volume vessel. Here, there are 2 siphons, a coarse one and a fine one. When all the cement has settled, the siphons are opened to drain the water down to a precise level in the constant volume vessel. Siphoning continues until the coarse siphon stops, and then the fine siphon slowly takes the water down to its final level. The constant volume vessel is now easily removed from the machine. The constant volume vessel and its contents are accurately weighed. This weight will depend on how much cement was in the original test sample. Using a calibration graph specially prepared for each machine, the cement content in the original mix is now determined by a simple calculation. In practice, the overall accuracy, including errors due to sampling and any correction for silt content, will normally be within plus or minus 10 kilograms of cement per cubic meter. The whole process takes less than 10 minutes and is possible in the short time available between mixing and placing. RAM provides a practical method of checking cement content to ensure that the concrete meets the requirements for strength, durability, and resistance to chemical attack.